So, when we last left off, we were going to find out the world of hurt that Desmond's going to be in, right? Yeah?
Yes.
So, he is going to inflict 1 damage move, unarmed damage. So that's going to be 7 bashing damage as he adjusts his grip up from your arm. He holds onto your arm, adjusts his other grip to the back of your neck, and then just in front of everybody, full force, one arm slams you into the wall and then brings you back in front of him. And he kind of gives a look at everybody else and goes, he brings his other arm up, the one that has the 50 cal in the case, brings it up directly to Desmond's head. Anybody want to take their chances, or should we have a nice, civilized conversation about your surrender? And if everybody could roll me in a... except for Rick, because Rick's not able to see any of this, and Desmond has just been beaten, so Desmond doesn't really care about this either at this point. So this would be for Alice and Adrian.
What are we rolling?
This is going to be his strength and intimidation +3 for the situation. So this is going to be resolve plus composure here. To see if this doesn't just knock the fight out of you.
This is not a good roll.
Resolve composure is not a good roll for you?
I mean, not against his strength intimidation +3, which is going to be like 15 dice, you know?
Not in comparison, yeah. 1 success and Adrian got 3.
Okay, fine. I'll just give him a +1. Maybe +3 is a bit much.
How kind. You still double my dice pool.
Mm-hmm.
4 successes.
You are... Both of you go ahead and take the... Ooh, what's a good condition here? What's a good condition to inflict?
Scared.
Scared, spooked, shaken. All of those make sense.
They all act differently mechanically?
Well,
Shaken is fail a roll, get it beat. Spooked is act like an idiot character in a horror movie at some point, get a beat.
frightened would be the
frightened.
Frightened would be run away and get a beat.
So, those would be your choices.
I choose the first one, fail a roll, get a beat. Which one is that?
That's shaken.
Okay, I will mark it.
I have to pick a condition. I didn't realize that's how this worked.
Shaken, spooked, or frightened. All three of them make sense. If you don't want to pick, I can give you one.
Steadfast.
Yeah, if you don't want to pick, I can give you one. I just felt like...
Just give me one. No, they all prevent me from attacking, so, you know.
No, actually, spooked could mean you rush in stupidly and try to take him out. So spooked.
That's what I was going to do anyway, so...
What a Gandhi move.
Maybe we'll go spooked then, eh? Yeah, you spook an animal and it bites you. That's what's going to happen.
So, I'm going to say because he actually did like an intimidation, that was his second usage of his time.
Oh, I figured that control weapon was, because now he brought the weapon into the fray. He's like putting it into gunpoint. It's like,
Control weapon is more controlling any weapon that you have.
Okay. I suppose that's fair.
Alice.
Well, she's going to stop because she doesn't want her friend's brain to get blown out in front of her. But she can't exactly have a conversation with him.
Sure you can.
Well,
Read my mind.
she can. But no, she's gonna drop her stick and back away a couple of steps.
You hear him whisper, "Smart girl." Is that going to be your entire turn?
Yes.
Adrian.
Yeah, well, we're attacking. And I'm trying to decide if I even have the dice pool to do a called shot.
Fine, dice pool.
The thing, so he has what, defense of 6?
6.
Yes,
So,
this round.
Cold shot to an arm would make that an 8. I can get like... I can get a dice pool at 2.
Burn a point of willpower, obviously.
Yeah, burn a willpower and all-out attack. But that's a dice pool of 2. And even if I hit him, I have to exceed his stamina to do anything.
And
His
get through his
stamina is
armor.
like 5.
And
And get through his armor. So, well, yes, it's what I would do. It's completely mechanically pointless to do this. So
I mean, you could just straight out attack him.
well, yeah, but
You can do
that
an all-out attack.
That doesn't
Yeah.
bite his arm off. That's what I wanted to do. No, I'm gonna go bite his arm. I'm going to cold shot his arm.
Okay.
What's his defense?
6, because he hasn't been attacked this turn.
Let's see what we got here, Chief. So, all-out attack is a +2, willpower is a +5. I don't think Relentless Assault really helps me here. Yeah, no.
I think you get to keep your defense, though.
Yeah, I get to keep my defense, but that doesn't help me hit him easier.
I mean, if he
Um,
decides to retaliate on you, it helps you there.
Well, he has a gun. I'm not actually a werewolf. I don't get my defense against firearms.
He also has a body.
Yeah,
Desmond
well,
has a weapon.
that's not what I'm afraid of.
Hit a fool with another fool.
Oh no.
Okay, yeah, fuck it. So, why did that delete? Okay, so -3, right? Yeah. Dice pool at 2. Godspeed.
He takes a
But I
point.
do nothing.
Yep. Your... Oh, so you actually went for an attack, not a lash. Okay.
Well, it is my lash. It's a brawl lash.
Okay.
And because it's monstrous transformation, it turns on.
Okay.
But because I don't actually do any lethal damage, I can't eat him.
Again, you find his skin to be so unbelievably thick that it's so hard to get any sort of good grip on it. Rick, you are up.
So he's not noticed me yet, right?
Give me a stealth check. He has not noticed you, but obviously for continued of that, dexterity plus stealth here.
All right, and I get the rote quality on this.
Rote quality.
Nice. That wasn't rote, though. It's Still 3 successes. Oh, it was Rote. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, it rerolled all the failures.
Yeah. I thought it would put like a little icon in the corner for Rote like it does Chance or...
So
again.
That's weird.
I'm gonna do wits plus composure here at a -3 because he's in active combat with other individuals. He can't fully pay attention to what's going on. You know what? He's in active combat with 2 people. I'll do 4. Doesn't
Yay.
notice you.
Nice.
Can he apply defense this turn?
Not to an enemy that
against
he doesn't
this.
know.
Okay, so 1 second, let me calculate all this nonsense. Gonna spend a point of willpower. I am going to I'm going to aim for his head. I'm gonna hit hard enough that it breaks the skillet, which should give me 2 lethal on the roll. I'm gonna use an all-out attack and willpower.
Only 2 damage for breaking a
Thank you.
cast iron skillet? That
It's a +2.
It's
how the
part
merit
of the
works.
it's part of the improvised weapon.
I get it, but it's more the actual like physics behind that. Like, if you break a cast iron skillet on somebody's head, they're dead. Just full stop. They're dead.
Yeah, hopefully. Okay, so
Wait, only 2? Shouldn't it be 4?
no, you get 1 point of lethal per every 2 structure. That's
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There it is. I see it. Continue.
So I'll be rolling 9 dice on this to try and stun him.
Burning willpower as well? I forget.
Yep.
Okay.
That's 4 damage.
Yep.
Is
Or
it?
le-
Does it have to exceed, or is it equal to or exceed? Or does it just have to
usually
hit for
equal
stun?
Oh, for stunned?
I don't think it matters because he has armor, doesn't it? There's no way it does either.
I'm aiming for his head specifically. Like, I took the -3 penalty into that.
Yeah, but I think he has like a natural skin armor, so like it'd be his head too, right?
Yeah, it's specifically his armor is classified thick skin. So you deal a total of 4 damage, minus his general armor rating of 2, so he takes 2 lethal.
Okay.
Grapple check.
Grapple check.
Does he get a bonus for a large wolf thing gnawing on his arm? I mean, on the other guy's arm. If at all, just add more counterweight.
Oh, that's not a very good roll.
We'll see how it goes.
I mean, that's doable, right?
Nah, 0 successes.
Wound penalties. Hooray.
However, he is going to use this action to kind of swing you around and push you towards Rick.
Okay.
It more so to create distance between the guy that just beamed him exceedingly hard in the back of the head with a frying pan. Because that did actually hurt. It actually did lethal damage here.
Awesome. So I'm free.
You're free. And that's his turn.
Now
And
that
I would
got
say,
my turn.
yeah, I would say you actually have your turn here.
All right. Since both of these are reflexive actions, I'm just going to do them. I'm going to take 2 instability, so I have 2 medium now.
Oh.
And exchange out all my variations. You just kind of see Desmond just sort of skin, as soon as he's free, his skin just kind of starts to bubble and just sort of twitch, and his bones just reorganize a little bit as he's just tossed away. And all of a sudden, he just kind of turns into a bit of a blur as I exchange out his shadow selves and body snap with enhanced speed 2, and I also develop a cutting range lash that operates off of athletics. And the additional thing for the lash was, what was it? Piercing.
And those are your reflexive, you said?
Yes. Those were based off of my
Mutant.
yeah, my mutant stuff. And for my instant action, I'm going to use my ranged lash. Given that there's probably some distance after he threw me.
Yeah, it's not a huge amount of distance. You are in a house, so but there's enough that you have room now. You probably couldn't touch him.
Right. And even so, I would probably just blur away a little bit to create more distance, and then just use my range slash. So then it's athletics, dexterity. So another willpower.
I do like how willpower is being spent liberally.
Yes. That's 3 successes.
And penetrating does...
It pierces his arm. So let me look at what specifically it said. Where's lash? Here it is. Equal to the lower of scar power or magnitude. So it's based off my scar power, which in this instance it would be mental, because it's taking away from shadow selves. So scar power, well, they're the same, so it's 3. Armor piercing of 3.
Ooh.
Well, actually, no, because it halves my variation, so it's 2. It's an armor piercing of 2.
That is... You still dealt over double because... Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Wait. Unless it hurts us, then don't do it.
Now he's gonna explode.
Oh no! The time
Self-destruct
bomb.
button turned on.
So that is going to be 3 lethal damage, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
It doesn't add any, like, weapon modifier.
No, I don't believe so.
Plus 0 unless you take a extra.
So what
Yeah.
does your lash look like?
So as soon as he's tossed, you all just immediately see Desmond just kind of bubble and snap, and then he just immediately blurs away, almost really to the other side of the room, just almost as fast as you could blink. And then he brings his hand out, and then you just kind of see like his hand and his skin just start to peel away as a full vortex of bones just kind of shoot out towards him.
You need those.
Just all, yeah. It's alright.
As
It'll
as these bones strike him, they cut through his flesh, and his flesh peels back, revealing the muscles and sinew underneath. Alice, you are up.
I'm up. All right. Well, now that Desmond is out the way, I want to pick up my stick again and stab him. So, picking up a dropped weapon is instant, yes? But improvised weaponry is reflexive.
I'll just say it's reflexive. I don't think it would take you an entire like
Okay.
3 seconds to pick. That's stupid to me.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so what's gonna happen? She could use, or she's gonna pick up her sharp, pointy stick, and then she's going to use where'd it go? Translocation. So it's a scarf and nest roll. She's going to try to blink behind him and stab him in the back.
Ooh.
Will he have
Nothing personal.
yeah. One success, so she does blink behind him. Does he have defense?
I'm sorry. I cannot give somebody defense when somebody teleports behind the person. Like that would make no sense.
Alrighty.
Nothing
Okay.
personal. Good.
Nothing personal.
But DM,
That's-
that means you can do the same thing to us.
Oh yes, because this guy certainly has teleportation.
Why did? Oh, wait. Hold on. Oh, I didn't click attack roll. Sorry. Attack. Do that. Holy crap. 5 lethal.
There we go. 5 lethal.
4 lethal.
4 lethal.
Oh yeah, 4 lethal.
And that was your clue on what just happened.
Breaking away his armor.
Yep, I went ahead and
There's
gave him pierced armor for that because you dealt enough damage with that.
Sweet.
Adrian. It's at this point your little bug has made it into the house. It seems like he came from the back of the house, the same way you would assume maybe Grundy came in, just looking at the scene in front of you.
Well, I'm a little busy to try to bark a command, so I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna just, Godspeed, little guy. You do you. I'm busy. I need to chew his arm off.
Going for it again?
It's pointless to try to arm rack him. It literally is pointless. I'm
You
just.
just arm rack his gun arm.
Thing is, like, if I had more variations.
More power. If I had more power,
Power. Unlimited.
I don't know if I don't think I would have. Yeah, no. If I had inhuman digestion at 3, I would have put like. Well, no, I wouldn't have done it that way. I took it for the very. Ignore me. I'm rambling. I'm biting him. What's his defense?
his defense would be 5, actually.
Sure. We'll willpower here and all out. That makes a flat roll. All right. 0 lethal AP, 1 teeth go.
Hooray.
1 lethal.
1 lethal.
I'm doing my best with no abilities.
Rick.
Gonna find another improvised weapon.
All right. Give me that roll.
No successes. I don't suppose that could be a dramatic failure.
But you also didn't roll
roll.
any dice.
What?
It said 0
no
dice
dice.
for 0 successes.
Oh, I have
gotta-
it set to simple roll and not sheet roll.
There you go.
There we go.
Hey.
I'm gonna say, for some reason whoever lives here has that horse sculpture from the Brady Bunch, and I'm just gonna grab that and run in and try to crack him over the head again.
Give me that roll. His defense, he would now apply his defense to you, but his defense is only going to be 4 here.
All right, and I am trying to break this for that 2 lethal.
Yep.
Nothing.
Ooh. Nah. Darn tootin'.
I mean, I'd take a dramatic on that as well if it was possible.
The splinters get in your eyes.
Oh. I mean, you don't break the weapon then, though, because you don't hit. Unless it states otherwise.
I think it says you don't break it.
However, without
any structure loss is declared.
Even if it does no
Structure is reduced
damage.
even if it does no damage.
so you swing, he's able to move out of the way, and you hit this thing on the floor, and it just explodes.
Yeah.
Screw you, Brady Bunch horse.
However, this has been roughly 4 rounds of combat. There's a clear winner here. Everybody notices him kind of falter as he begins to try and move the way he came. His movement is sluggish. Desmond, since you're next up on the list, and you're going to be much faster than him, how's this going to go down?
Actually, let me check on. Yeah. So, is there like? I know I trashed the place up, but is there like a liquor cabinet or something of that sort anywhere?
I wouldn't say this guy's rich, so then no, he doesn't have like a liquor cabinet.
He doesn't even have a bottle of alcohol.
Oh, he probably
liquor.
has a bottle of alcohol, but it's not in like a liquor cabinet. It's probably in the fridge.
Okay. He'd take a quick look around for just anything he can to. He's gonna be for his instant action. He's gonna try and build a little Molotov
We're not dealing with
cocktail.
instant actions right now.
Oh, we're not? Okay. So yeah, he's gonna take this time, or well, his enhanced speed, and just kind of blur all the way to where the alcohol and some cloth is, and he's gonna try and make a firebomb with that.
And you're gonna throw it at him?
Yes.
Is this just going to be the reverse of that Quicksilver scene?
Yes.
As you throw this, he's not gonna make any attempt to dodge. He's just trying to get out with his life. The bottle catches not only him, but the house on fire.
That's fine. I don't really care about the house.
And this place goes up really fast. You guys notice how fast everything's catching on fire. It's accelerating much faster than you might expect, though. As he starts thrashing around, slamming his fist into the wall, slamming his body into the wall, setting new locations on fire. He makes it about 10 feet before he drops to the ground.
That instance, Desmond's gonna make sure that he's actually dead, and he's gonna use his lash on the corpse, or the body again.
You're cutting into what appears to be a corpse.
That's fine. It's stress relief for him.
I mean, I got on board this corpse defilement, and I want to rip the gun out of his arm.
Oh.
I don't know if it'll function anymore, but
You're gonna take damage. He's on fire.
I don't care.
He doesn't. Let's go.
Roll me dexterity plus athletics. I would say you're going to take the bare minimum. You're going to take a single point of ag, because fire is ag. As this thing is literally built into his arm as you kind of yank it out. You hear the ding, 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 as rounds fall to the ground. Probably not as delicate sounding as ding, 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 because these are 50 BMGs. These are probably like clank, clank, clank as they hit the ground.
Instead of ding 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 ding, it's dong 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 dong.
Dunk, dunk, dunk.
Is this like a Videodrome gun? Is it fused into his flesh?
Yeah, is this
Yeah.
like just a pistol, or is this like some weird mechanism I now have to jury rig into an actual
It's
weapon
a
fireable?
it is a mechanism.
Okay, well, you know what? Worked on
Great.
cars before, I can do this.
Are we getting into David Lynch territory here?
As you guys flee the house, we will go ahead and leave the four of you for now. We're gonna go back to Blackwell. That activation roll, I haven't forgotten about it.
Yeah, I still need to make it.
Yep.
Alright, well, knowing that I'm good on willpower now, I am gonna spend it for this roll.
Okay.
And... I'm wondering... let's see... yeah, I'll stick with the second dot effect for memory pave.
Okay. Second dot. That's specific, right?
Yeah, second dot is the scene.
The scene. Okay.
Yep.
So.
Wait, did it say that I rolled? Oh, okay.
Yep. One success. So you're just
success.
stealing the memory of the scene, or what specifically about the scene are you doing? Are you
Oh,
just
well,
trying?
she gets to make a contested roll.
Oh yes.
And
What's that
it
roll?
would be resolve, I believe. Resolve plus supernatural tolerance, if I remember correctly.
None.
All right.
So that's gonna be resolve of 3. Oh. This is what happens when you use one sheet for like 20 different characters. Sometimes things carry over. I wish there was a quick way to remove damage. Okay, let me re-roll that. Works out better. There you go. 0 successes.
All right. I will take Teresa's memory of the scene. So she's gonna be stuck wondering what she's doing here. And Blackwell is gonna have some decent idea of what she was doing here, or trying to do here.
She gets a peculiar look on her face, and Hammond kind of nudges her and goes, "Are you okay?" He sighs and shakes his head. And that's when this thing lunges. Hammond has a defense of 4. He is going to make a dodge roll.
He dies in a flashback.
Nah, he's not gonna die. This thing's not capable of killing anything. He's able to move out of the way as this thing lunges, and he kind of moves in the way where he pushes the other doctor with him, Teresa. He pushes her at the same time, so he's using his momentum to push himself back and her out of the way as well, as this thing skids across the floor about 2 inches away from Blackwell. And it turns facing the 3 of you as it kind of bumps into the wall, adjusts itself to where it can face you guys again. And Hammond has this very irritated look on his face, and he goes, "Snap out of it, Teresa." She's still kind of just sitting there blinking. Hammond looks over at Blackwell. "Well, do your thing. Or we can do this the hard way."
Yeah, yes, sir. You've got it, boss.
And it's at this point he reaches into his pocket.
Oh?
And he's just looking at Blackwell with his hand in his pocket.
We having like a showdown here? Having a standoff?
You're not in... yeah, you're not entirely sure.
Alright.
Everybody else is most certainly, they know what's going on here.
Yeah, hand in pocket's a bit concerning. Going through Teresa's recent memories, would Blackwell have any idea what's in that pocket?
Recent memories, no. This is from a meta perspective. This is something they keep on them at all times. So this isn't necessarily something that is within recent memory, so to speak. This is just something that's always there. It's not something that they think about, necessarily.
Alright.
Just do what you just did on Teresa on that thing. I'm not a fool.
I'd like to make a motion as if I'm going to do it to the creature, but sort of direct the roll towards him. And would I need to make a separate subterfuge roll for this?
Yes.
Alright. I will use some of my amalgam dots for this. And would that be manipulation subterfuge?
Yeah, in this
Or
case.
Alright.
Manipulation makes sense here. You're trying to convince him that you're doing something that you're not.
This bot doesn't like me very much.
So, you can still make the roll, but it's going to be at a -3 penalty.
-3? Alrighty.
As he catches on to what you're doing.
Alright. Methinks a willpower to try to even that out. One success.
Okay.
And then he gets to roll the resolve and supernatural tolerance.
No supernatural tolerance. He's just a normal dude.
Supernatural.
Oh, whoops. That's my bad. Still 0 successes. All right. As you go into his memories to... you were going to do the scene? Same thing that you did with Teresa?
Yep.
As you do this, though, you hear whispers in your head. But they're much louder. It's a constant droning. So close. So very close to the opulence. So very close to the opulence. Obey. Just obey. Obey the opulence. Obey. As your vision begins to darken, you realize that you succeeded in what you wanted to do. But now there's something else in your head. as you begin to move about the building. Did you bring a flashlight or anything? Because this place doesn't have a lot of windows. Most of the windows are going to be on the outside walls and offices, but they have solid wood doors, so unless they're open, you're not getting any light, essentially.
You're muted.
Sorry. Yeah, would have brought a torch.
Okay. As you move around this place, it looks like you would expect a sterile lab facility. You are noticing, even more so, the amount of spiders in this area is just astronomically high. However, they're all relatively small, and they're behaving just like you would expect spiders to.
They're not weird scorpion.
No, they're just regular spiders.
Okay.
So, what exactly are you looking? There are roadmap signs, essentially. Oh, this way to cafeteria, this way to... there is one that says lab room 1, engineer room 1, offices, and, you can find general, layout type things.
I mean, any kind of tech that's been left behind, be it anything from the research rooms or just computer hard drives, whatever.
Any office has a computer hard drive. Now, whether or not those have already been scrubbed, that would require intelligence plus computer, and seeing if this place still has power.
Okay, I will make that roll with the willpower. Let's do this. No.
All right, so unfortunately, you're just collecting these hard drives. You're not sure if they're going to work. There is one... So, as you continue further in, you get into more like the exam rooms. The exam rooms are not what you were expecting. They don't seem to be designed to hold people. They're holding this greenish purple fungus looking thing. It looks almost like a mold of some sort, a lichen maybe. And at this point, it looks like probably they started off in what looked to be these long planters running the length of the room. However, it seems like in the time that they've been neglected, they've consumed the entire room. Like, to even open the door, you have, you see these little, for lack of a better word, threads as you kind of push open the door, and, it rips the
Roots.
Fungus roots, whatever you want to call them. There's a specific name that I'm blanking on right now.
Mycelium.
Tendrils?
I believe,
Mycelium.
Mycelium.
If it's mixed with other plant roots, it's mycorrhizae.
Oh.
Totally. I knew that.
Yeah. Who do you think you're talking to?
Oh, we're professionals.
I am playing a mycologist in Blades of the Dark right now.
So... I don't know if I want to touch that stuff.
Roll me a perception check.
Gladly.
Where's your flamethrower?
Who?
You hear something at the corner of your hearing. It's so minute that if you weren't already on a high state of alert, you would have completely just missed it. But it is definitely the sound of footsteps doesn't sound like a person. It sounds more like padded feet. Definitely,
Okay, switch
definitely
switch the
something
torch off.
four-legged.
the torch off. And just stay as still as possible. Just listening.
Few minutes go by. You still hear the noise. Since you're no longer moving and probably holding your breath occasionally, you're able to hear what sounds like the click of claws on the ground as well. So, just give me an intelligence roll here.
Nothing.
Not entirely sure what it could be, but it's definitely four-legged. So it's not a person by any stretch.
And just kind of like glancing out, is there any sign of movement in the corridor? Any shadows?
Unfortunately, yes. But nothing that matches a dog. The shadows kind of writhe and twitch as if a large Black Widow-esque spider is moving through the hallways. But every time you see a leg go down, you're not hearing the clicking sound. So you're not entirely sure what to make of that.
Okay, is there anything loose, like that I can like throw down the corridor and distract this thing for a moment?
Loose is a subjective term in this room because there are loose things, but it is covered with that moss type.
Don't touch that.
Yeah, so everything in that room is completely coated, and I mean, otherwise you're in a hallway, which doesn't really have a lot of stuff for you to grab. You do have not the best idea, but you do have your torch.
Have some hard drives, which I want to keep. Throwing those. I'm gonna make a run for it.
Okay.
Away from that thing, just to
Away from the spider?
So am I like between the claws and the spider, or is that heading towards whatever's padding around up?
The spider seems to be meandering. You can't make heads or tails of anything.
Okay, I'm just gonna go, like, when I say, like, if it goes past, I'm gonna go the other way. And
All right. So, as you book it, I am going to need a speed roll.
Oh, okay. Can I willpower that?
Yes.
I'll take those 6.
And I have to look up something, because I haven't done this in a very, very long time. There's my book, there's my book.
They get bonuses, I'm sure.
I mean, everything I do gets bonuses. Doesn't Where is it? Damn it, where is it? That moment of you're like, where is it? Ah, here we go. There it is. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. Ooh. And I'm making an opposed speed roll here. As you make a break for it, you're able to make it to the door before this very large dog rounds the corner. You're not fast enough to get through the door before it sees you, and it locks eyes with you for a moment.
Yeah, I'm gonna start running.
As soon as you make it out of the building, you check over your shoulder and see that this dog has made it to the entrance of the building as well. And I need a composure plus resolve here.
Nope.
You have failed every roll.
Okay.
Guys hate me tonight.
This is not necessarily rules as written. But I think it's going to be fun doing this. You're going to take a condition.
Okay.
Of activism. You suffer ancient ancestral memories that rouse anger and violent urges. The cause of these memories must be destroyed. When facing the source of this condition, your character must make all-out attacks each turn, or spend willpower to avoid attacking. When in danger or heavy stress, they lash out violently. They must spend willpower points to make non-violent actions in response to stress or stressors, or threats or stressors. As this dog, you hear bones cracking and reshaping themselves until this dog is now the size of a horse.
You have just finished listening to this week's episode of Deviant the Renegades, Children of the Plague, part of the Domain Gaming's Contagion Anthology, written and told by Wyverian. A special thanks to you, the listener, and if you wish to continue supporting us, subscribe, like, and share. As always, comments are welcome. Until the next chapter, don't stop asking yourself, is there forgiveness for the murderer that birthed you?